My name is Azli Mohammed and I'm the Chief Ventures and Sustainability Officer with Aeon in Malaysia. So basically my role spread across two main subdivisions. One is the ventures is encompassing the build up of new business, where it's a conversion of brick and mortar as well as digital, and also various new business models that we use to tap on our current ecosystem. At the same time, I look after the setting up of our new corporate venture capital, where we're looking at investing into the synergies within the ecosystem of retail and beyond. So customer experience falls under my purview as well. And last but not least, I look after the whole ESG implementation across the company. Yeah, I think I wouldn't say new per se, but I think because we are traditionally a brick and mortar player, in Malaysia alone we have over 200 physical touch points across various different sizes, from malls, stores, hypermarkets, independent shops and whatnot. I think the critical one for us is to really embrace OMO, online merges into offline, and using our network of 200 assets on the ground as from a hyper localization perspective. So as of now, we have 3 different digital platforms in terms of going to the market, and we be really rolling up our sleeves to ensure that we leverage both the digital and the offline side of things. I think one of the issue with regards to the implementation of sustainability in retail is the lack of awareness and push throughout the ecosystem of players. So if you look at from an upstream perspective, the larger players such as the FMCGs already have a very detailed ESG and sustainability approach in their context of their production, operations and whatnot. But however, it pretty much in a bit of an isolation rather than spreading it across all the players in the value chain. So I think that has always been a struggle, and I think and for someone like for an entity like Aeon, where we sort of in the middle of the value chain, what is really important is the ability to really connect the dot across everything from upstream to downstream. So that is actually the focus that we're looking at. I think the biggest issue to address now is the whole awareness of doing good doesn't have to cost you money. It should help you. The charter is basically designed and crafted to address what I've mentioned earlier, and it's the whole approach of the charter is based on the foundation of 4 key stakeholders: suppliers, partners, customers, as well as employees. Now, we have 5 elements that we're going to measure, but rather than imposing it right away to those 4 stakeholders, we are doing baby steps, starting with promoting, but obviously there's a carrot element to it for our partners and suppliers who are able to embrace some of the ESG elements. There'll be better terms and things like that. So we are going on a gradual mode, and I think we're looking at a more steady state and matured charter implementation in the next 2 years. Yeah, so I think we are facing multiple issues here, and I think it plays as a double-edged sword with regards to food security, for example, in cases of issues of poultry that is occurring in this region. At the same time, the looming inflation is coming up, and I think the whole context, from the conversation that we had earlier, the whole synthesis of our Aeon Sustainability Charter, number 1 is about achieving sustainable economics, and I think that is something that we really want to champion across all the players within the ecosystem and the stakeholders. So I think that should be the number 1 foundation in terms of how we should be driving sustainability. Well, I think again this is an element of carrot and stick as well, and what was not being measured usually will not be done accordingly. So we've cascaded down throughout the organization as well, from a corporate scorecard as an element of sustainability. And I think what is important is, we're doing a roadshow countrywide to ensure that the understanding of sustainability goes beyond just hugging trees. And I think that's the crucial part in terms of getting people to enhance the partnership with UN Global Compact, as well as some of the other NGOs and institutions, to help the company understand that the whole sustainability agenda goes all the way to every single employees in the organization, not just for the sake of the company. Well, I think it's critical now from an N-1 perspective. It should be a C-level reporting to the CEO of the MD of the company, really driving the sustainability agenda. There are multiple benefits, obviously, and I think again I would like to repeat, the whole concept of doing good as a company should really translate on the triple P bottom line: people, planet, and profit. At the same time, there are a lot of dynamics within the sustainability ecosystem, such as financing, better financing rates, better credit terms, and all of that if you're able to achieve your ESG mandates and targets. So it's all about, it starts about having the right plan, and then setting targets, and then achieving that accordingly, and to reach that level of competitiveness as well as stability in running sustainability.